Welcome to week 3, day 5 of Latin 1. You've been working on this translation all week, so I'm going to go through each of the 3 parts and go over what you should know. When you're done, complete the comprehension questions that are posted on the EDSB homepage. The title of the passage is De Didone Regina. This translates as About Queen, and Didone is Dido. Dido is how we say this weird name in English. A lot of students think it's Dido or something else, and that's Dido. So about Queen Dido. What is she the queen of? Dido is the queen of a kingdom city known as Carthage. Carthage is in what's in modern-day Tunisia. Dido had been driven from her home kingdom of Tyre in what's modern-day Lebanon when her husband, who was the king, was killed by her greedy brother. Dido's brother is named Pygmalion. Pygmalion killed Dido's brother, and then Dido's husband, and then Dido's husband appeared to her in a dream. His name was Zacchaeus, and they were very much in love. And Zacchaeus in the dream told his wife Dido that it was Pygmalion who had in fact killed him, and he said, I have a bunch of wealth buried, and you can go off and start a new kingdom. So Dido went to the spot where her husband Zacchaeus' ghost told her to look for the wealth. She dug up the riches, and then she took off with her loyal citizens, and they founded this new city in North Africa, which became Carthage. Aeneas, he is displaced after Troy is destroyed, and he travels the Mediterranean for a bit, and he ends up landing in Carthage. Remember, we're studying the Odyssey. Odysseus is trying to get back home after the Trojan War. In the case of Aeneas, Aeneas has no home after the Trojan War. It's destroyed because of the Trojan horse. The city is wiped off the face of the earth. So he has to found a new home. And he lands in Carthage, and he thinks, maybe this is it. Maybe I am destined to be king of Carthage. The passage starts, Dido regina amore arde bat. As soon as you see that ba, ba, sheep tense. So it's imperfect. Dido, or Queen Dido, was burning with love. Nam Aeneam walde amabat. Yeah, that ba. Ba. Sheep tense. It's imperfect. For she was loving Aeneas very much. Aeneas et Dido in silva ambulant. Aeneas and Dido walk in the forest. They actually go hunting. I showed you an image of that. Tempestas magna venet. A great storm comes. The storm is conjured by the gods, actually. Why would the storms beset Aeneas and Dido with a storm while they wander in the forest? Dum tonat et pluit. So while it thunders and rains, Aeneas et Dido in spelunca manet. Aeneas and Dido remain in a cave. Ooh. Maybe that's why the gods sent the storm down from the heavens. A little bit of divine matchmaking. Aeneas sea Didone amari intelleget. Aeneas thinks that he is loved, passive infinitive, by Dido. Dicitque se quoque Didone amare. And he says that he also loves Dido. Postea Aeneas et Dido Carthagine saepe una conspiciebantur. All right, you have a BA. Ba. Sheep tense. As soon as you see that, it's got to be imperfect. So this is literally afterwards, Aeneas and Dido were being observed together often in Carthage. You can also just translate this as were observed. Were being observed is a little bit clunky, so that's fine. So basically, everybody sees Aeneas and Dido walking through the halls, holding hands. There's not a secret that they're together. Tunc propter amorem Aeneas Didoque errant felices. Then, on account of love, Aeneas and Dido were happy. Errant is the imperfect form of sum. So remember, you translate it as was or were. Sed Jupiter rex deorum Morcorium ad Aeneam mittit. But Jupiter, the king of the gods, sends Mercury to Aeneas. Think about when we watch the Odyssey and Hermes is always showing up. Aeneas gets a similar visit. Mercurius Aeneam jubet, Didonem relinquere, a terram noam petere. Mercury orders Aeneas to leave behind Dido and to seek a new land. Remember, the entire point is that Aeneas is supposed to go found a new kingdom. So Mercury is telling him, Carthage ain't it. You need to hit the road. It's your destiny. It's your fate. Then the conclusion. Aeneas Didone dicit, se manere non passe. You have indirect statement here. So Aeneas says to Dido that he is not able to remain. Dido putet Aeneam male agere. You have indirect statement again. Dido thinks that Aeneas does wrong. Dido thinks that Aeneas behaves poorly. Dido thinks that Aeneas does the wrong thing. Any one of those translations would work. Aeneas Didoni crudelis esse videtur. Aeneas seems to be cruel to Dido. She thinks he's doing it out of wickedness, but Aeneas is doing it out of a sense of duty to the gods and his people. Sed Aeneas Didonem relinquit et Italiam petet. But Aeneas leaves behind Dido and he seeks Italy. Dido erat mulier fortis. Dido was, imperfect tense, Dido was a strong woman. Sed deolorem vincere non poterat. But she was not able, imperfect tense, to conquer her grief. She was a strong woman, but she was not able to conquer her grief. Vita Didone mala esse videbator. So life to Dido, videbator, it's imperfect. It's got that BA in it, but we would probably just translate it as seemed. Life to Dido seemed to be bad. Mortemque petere cupiebat. And she was wishing, imperfect tense, to seek death. We'll come back and revisit this story a couple times next week. Before then, enjoy your 3-day weekend. Don't forget, complete the comprehension questions that are posted on the Edsby homepage. Gratias, Tibby.